Uh, Hello, guys. Sorry. This is Janis. Back to you with another video. Today I have three key points I would like to share my thoughts on, and just update you guys on what I have been doing and what is going on in my life right now. So, first of all, I have decided that with this channel, I want to go in have two playlists almost. One would be my training videos. Yeah, the chair is pretty squeaky. I'm gonna try and not move myself. So yeah, um, where was I? Right. One would be the training videos playlist, and the other one would be these type of videos, which I have conveniently named Ramblings of an Insane Man. It would be RIM for short. So yes, that would be the series I'm now going to make, and yes, which also takes us to the next beautiful point, that for this series, for the start at least, I will be having another editor, my little brother, because he needs to learn something and I want to give him this chance. Harald, do not worry, you still will have your training videos to edit. So, yes, and that's basically the news. Other news. Last two training sessions I've hit pretty big PRs. I will not be sharing the table right now because I promised to everyone that that's going to be the last time I did this. But basically, I did hit up PR on the bench press on Monday. So today is Wednesday. And a deadlift PR of 130 kilos. I lifted it 4 times and 3 sets. So 4 times 3, that's...
This dude cannot count how much is 4 times 3, how the heck?
significant amount. I mean, my back doesn't even hurt that bad. Oh, and another new thing. Let me show you, it's going to be easier. Yanis has joined the dark side. I purchased lifting straps, and let me tell you, I lifted the deadlift with these, and maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know, but they didn't seem to help that much. So I so I had them like this, I think this is the correct way. You're supposed to have them like this, and then I rolled them like this around the bar, but they still came came loose, and I again had to do the reverse grip. But with these, it was better. It was way better. Maybe I don't know, doing this wrong. Maybe I need to do it on the other way around. I don't know.
Help!
I will actually try it next time. But yes, so that's for short on my training. Don't want to bore you guys too much. Let's get to the spicy stuff. So, the big thing I wanted to talk today about was about the thing that I've been tackling with for most of my adult life, and as of maybe it's been a year or something now, when I've been finally starting to pay more attention to this issue with myself. and that is vanity. It's basically okay, first let me explain what I mean by vanity. I will just tell you a story. It wasn't like all vanity, I actually like needed it, but okay, so I, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I bought a car. It was very car, but I liked it because I thought it looked cool. Many may disagree. It was an Audi A6 Avant. I will. Richard's gonna put a picture somewhere, right, of the car. And yeah, many may disagree, but I enjoyed it, and I wanted it for like the longest time. And I got it, and I was so excited of buying it that I didn't really pay too much attention to its condition. I mean, when I was checking it out, it seemed fine, but of course, when there is a mechanic around, it would be a different story. Anyways, I bought this car for multiple of reasons. Major reasons were, of course, that I needed it in a way, like not really to get around too much. It was more like, for me, it was like a recreational thing. I would just drive around Riga and yeah, spend fuel, burn carbon dioxide, throw in air, and I that's why I night rides, yes, night rides. So, and that's the one of the main reasons why I wanted a car in the first place. But why I got that car was more because I could have just gotten a Opelis or a Volkswagen or yeah, any other. I'm not saying they're garbage. I'm just saying that they do not really. I mean, that car really didn't also scream like a magnet or something. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. But anyways, for me, it was something I thought I needed. So yes, and I wanted, like, maybe a part of me wanted to show off to my friends or something. So that's why I got the exact car, because it had like the exhaust pipes were cool looking, and yeah, cool tires. Yes. So, and it taught me that it taught me multiple things. The biggest thing was, of course, do not rush things like this, because I was rushing basically. The other thing, I haven't really like spoken aloud about myself to others. I also like bought it because like I wanted like this, I don't know, status or something of having a car versus not having a car. Or I don't know why at that point in my life it seemed like I really needed it, when in fact I didn't. Like, yeah, it was like also a status symbol for me. So yeah, back to vanity, the big story. So in the end, I of course got to pay a lot of money, and for the experience, and the car later was sold for scrap money, which was very sad. But a good lesson nevertheless. Now I learned my lesson, and the lessons still keep coming. Sometimes for example, when I go sometimes on Tinder dates or something, as a gentleman in my age tends to do. I sometimes do get comments about why I don't have a car, and I mean, nobody probably really cares about it that much, but it really sometimes does hit me under the belt in a not pleasant way. Now, I just know that, you know, like, fuck it. It's not that important for me anymore, because I learned my lesson that, you know, first of all, if the girl really like desires you to have a car, well, I guess she's gonna find somebody that has it anyway, you know. Why would I sabotage my own life and future for a car that is, you know, it's basically like a smokescreen to the woman anyways. If that's what she wants, you know, okay, she's gonna have a guy with a car, but he's also broke. I mean, if that's a thing for the girl, maybe it's okay, but I don't think that most really do want that. I think, again, for most people, a car is also a status symbol, which like tells everyone around that, okay, I had many thousands euro to buy this specific object that I drive around in, and I have some money. That's also a thing that like comes naturally out of a car owner, whether they like it or not. It's just, you know, it just tells something about them, truth or not, you know, if they have that money or not. But still, there are like many people that just don't have any money on them, but they will have a pretty nice car until that car, you know, runs into problems. And that's when the like real like situation of their financials comes out. It's usually not very flattering to them, and I don't want to be that guy anymore. I want to, you know, if I have a car, I want to be able to afford it. That's my position right now. I'm not saying like only just be able to buy it. No, you know, you have to also do the upkeeps on the car, like put some gas in it, change oil, maintenance, sometimes something breaks, etc., right? So um, I want to also be able to afford that and not have a huge dent in my wallet once something does eventually go away, because it does with cars, with anything really. So that's another thing. Also, you might have noticed, but I live in a very modest apartment, one room, and I do everything out of this room. Some people might say that I might be able to afford a bigger apartment, and that is true, but and that actually takes me to my next point, which is living within your means, right? What is what something is to one person that they think, you know, they can afford, and what something that seems to another person is something that they cannot afford, right? The perspectives are very different for many people, and for me at least, right now, or I don't know, I've been like debating this about this for like very long right now. I don't know, like a year or something. I've been debating this with my parents and with other my peers and even colleagues sometimes. You know, I should probably move out, get a bigger apartment, and yeah, it's not like I don't want to, but this again takes me to my next point. You know, what are my goals then? Everybody has different goals, and the reason why I still stay here, even though like I it's not like I couldn't afford at least like a two room apartment. It's just because my goals really don't allow me to do so right now. Let me explain. My goal is to raise capital by myself, by putting aside certain amount of money each month for my business idea. I do have them. It's not like I'm completely done with them. For those who don't know me, I've had a couple of businesses. Everyone failed, but I don't want to, like, it is my calling, it is my dream, I want to do it. But the biggest thing I learned from all of those failed businesses was that you need money to move the needle. There are stories where it can happen for others. You don't need money, but it's way easier to dig a hole with a shovel than with your hands, right? So, and of course, you have much bigger resources to work with. If you have something you really need, but you really cannot afford it, but it's like a crucial thing. Sometimes there are no workarounds. You really do need that thing. For example, with certain programs or something, like for SEO, for example, can't really effectively find data without having certain programs. For example, Hrefs. It's quite well. You can, I guess, but it's way more difficult and takes way more time. My point being is, I am currently putting aside money each month for my business ideas, whichever will come first, and that's why I can't really afford a bigger apartment right now, because each month the money I put aside is quite a significant chunk, where I basically for the rest of the month really don't have that much to spend on other stuff, including a bigger apartment or a car. So yeah, I know it seems like again, we're on pretty fast on to the next point, which is, for some people this would be unacceptable. I get it. Not everyone can or should do it this way. I just know myself, and I know that I can live without this stuff, even though I previously thought I couldn't. For example, I never thought I could survive without a car. Here I am, almost a year since I had my own car, and still normal, still pretty sane. Sometimes, when you have to take compromises for, moving up in life, it's normal, and it's great to know that it's normal, that it can be frustrating at times or not easy. I wish I knew this before, because I always thought that, it's gonna be okay. You're always going to be, ecstatic about life, but not always. If you take something you truly enjoyed away from you, because you really like, you're looking forward, way forward, and thinking, yeah, I gotta choose this or that. This is the momentary pleasure, this is the happiness in the long term. That choice is not easy. I understand it, and it's not easy for, it doesn't get any easier. In fact, still very, very, very many times wish I have a car, but I don't. So it's okay. Oh, Vitata sponsor me finally. So yes, basically, yeah, vanity. So how does all of this tie in together? Vanity is the thing that is going to keep you, and it kept me, away from achieving great things in your life. it's going to be the factor that keeps you from being happy in the long term. In the short term, for example, about cars, right? Yeah, you got a pretty cool car, but if it financially ruins you, does it truly make you happy? I mean, at least I guess on a certain aspect in your life you're happy, but then you take a look at your other aspects in your life while they are going in the shit. Sometimes we have to choose, and this, I guess, takes me to one of my last points, which is my message for anyone who is listening. Take a look at that thing you want, and then take a look at where your life is right now and where is it going, and then decide if that thing is going to help you to get there, or if that thing is severely crippling you. Now, I'm saying severely crippling you because, of course, I'm not saying it's too wise to completely not allow any freedom for yourself. I guess having cheat days is also okay, but if you earn, for example, €1,000 a month, for example, and you have to like you want to save maybe €200 a month. So and when you expend everything, like take out all of the expenditures, food and everything, you get left with, let's say you have a choice. You have left €250, and you go to the store and look at the thing, and you can, for example, I don't know, earphones. You already have earphones, but they are better earphones. You technically can afford them. They cost €100, but it's going to delay. If you buy them, you will be left with €150. It's going to delay your goal by further and further. And you seem like €50 on €200 is not that significant, but trust me, it starts snowballing. First you take the €50 away, then you decide, oh, there's a great deal on mouthwash. So you get the mouthwash for €20. I know it's a lot of mouthwash, but it's just an example popped into my head somewhere. So basically, after a time, you just stop putting away some money entirely. That's one thing. And the other thing is, sometimes you would even see a thing you really want actually cost the whole €200, right? You would basically have nothing to put away if you bought that thing. That moment is very crucial. That's actually the first thing, first sign that's going to tell you in the long run if you're going to succeed in this or not. If you do buy it, then what are you even doing? Yeah, again, what I want to say about that. My message: always weigh the things what are important in your life. I know, in also one thing I wanted to know, would have liked to know a few years back when I was way younger, 16 or 17, or even around, I don't know, even 19 or 20, is my back. Yeah, just stop stop being a jackass, man. It's not gonna get easier regarding financing. It's very wise to start thinking about this stuff as soon as possible. The sooner you can get this stuff sorted for yourself, the faster you'll be in that place where you can actually freely spend stuff. Because I know many people that have not really thought about this stuff, and they are now in a financial pit, if you could say. And I guess it's not always their fault, but decisions. Every decision you take, every like credit you take, you know, every loan, I meant, every loan you take, or every stupid thing you don't really need, you buy, right? It's holding you back immensely. And then when you finally think of a great business idea, for example, and you don't have that money to work with, it's very frustrating. I've been there multiple times. And I have decided to not continue this terrible loop anymore. Like, I am taking my life back in my hands, and I really suggest for anyone who is listening to do the same thing, because there are things we can all definitely live without, even though it seems that other people get those things, for example, the newest iPhones and stuff. I mean, who bought them? Did they bought them, or did their daddy buy them? Maybe they actually could afford it and bought it themselves, but how much did it cost out of their wages? Most of the most of the stories about this I hear are pretty crazy. How much people are willing to sacrifice for the biggest thing, the newest biggest thing there is, without really paying attention to their, what's going to happen afterwards. You know, will their life get will your life get any better? And if so, by what percentage, if you did buy it? And then think about what your life would be if you wouldn't buy it. Maybe it's gonna stay the same, maybe it's gonna be worse, who knows? You have to do the weigh-in. You have to weigh it yourself. But for most young people I know, just it's pretty sad to see, not gonna lie. So that's, yeah, the thing I wanted to talk about. And it's been 30 minutes, so Richards is going to be very happy editing this. So yes, that's it.